Hello, everyone. This is a new program, Telos Time. And today I have a guest, entrepreneur and Telos block producer, block validator, Sukesh Tedla. I hope I pronounce it correctly.
Yes.
My question is tell me a little bit about your background, how you came to the crypto world in general and to the Telos ecosystem in particular.
Yeah, sure. So, background about myself. So, I'm originally from India. I'm currently living in Sweden. So, I've been here for almost 7 years now. I have a master's in telecommunications. So, I come from a tech background, working with a lot of infrastructure, servers, and data centers, and so forth. So, previously, before coming to the blockchain, well, I have been working at Ericsson. Managing their data center in one of their research departments. And afterwards, later on, I took the leap towards the blockchain. Well, pretty much back in 2017, early 2017, that's when I came to know about blockchain technology and Bitcoin and so forth. Initially, it was more like a curiosity of how the technology works and the investment things. But later on, when I started getting more involved into different projects, that's when I came across EOS.io space. That's when I just read the white paper of EOS, and that's kind of how I got into the EOS.io ecosystem. And pretty much since the announcement of the white paper, I have been part of this ecosystem. We were actually one of the first teams back then. It's called EOS Green. The teams that we were doing, we were one of the first teams to actually deploy a block producer node in a testnet. Back then, it was a superhero testnet. So that was the very first testnet ever existed.
So I also on EOS as a block producer.
We tried it in the early days, but then when we saw that the things weren't working out properly, then we decided to stop doing it. And then around the same time, I think in the beginning days of Telos back in 2018 summer, during that time, some people reached out and they presented about the idea of Telos, and I really liked it, and that's when I started working with it. So we are actually one of the founding team members in Telos as well. So basically we have been there in Telos since pretty much day one and contributing to the Telos ecosystem since then. Outside Telos and this ecosystem here in the EOS communities, I am also the chairman for Swedish Blockchain Association today. So we do a lot of activities here locally in Sweden. So yeah.
For the people who might not know, it's worth mentioning that EOS and Telos, it's two blockchains which run on the same software, which is EOS.io, and there is like another blockchain VAX and some other. And but the communities and some aspects are of course like different and different roadmaps. Are you happy with how the Telos is developing now?
Yes, definitely. I mean, with the recent advancements with the Tulip plan and the team getting together now, I think it's heading in the right direction. Of course, we need a lot more traction, a lot more momentum, and a lot more activity going on. But I think everything is falling in place now, and soon there will be a lot more good announcements coming along. And there are many the early contributors of Telos again joining in to take it to the next level. So I think that's really shows that Telos is going in a good direction today.
Yeah, I think one of the elements of the Telos ecosystem, which is maybe not having like so much attention, which it would deserve, is the Telos Works. So it's like a system and a governance system. Because there is this opinion, and I tend to share it, that those blockchains which have like governance and treasury model, so they have like bigger opportunities than other. What's your impression with this? Like maybe because you are also entrepreneur, and did you submit proposals? Did you maybe vote? Did you support some teams?
I think Telos Works is a really cool thing, and it did quite good things actually for many projects. So, for instance, like WordProof, which is $1 million company right now because it got funded from European Union as well, which was initially bootstrapped with the funding from Telos Works, basically. So there are many other projects as well who took the funding from Telos Works and developed their own projects, but also it helped many content creators or the marketers in the ecosystem to get funded as well. So I personally didn't take in any funding from the Telos Works specifically, but definitely voted on many proposals with the token. So I think it's definitely a cool thing. We just need much better UIs and user experience, but it can definitely be improved. The technology is there. So far, we had issues with the resources in terms of funding and capital to do these kind of activities, but now when we have the capital, we can do lot more stuff in terms of building the user interfaces and integrating and bringing more users to these kind of platforms.
Yeah, and the system works on smart contracts. So basically, every day, correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems that every day some funds are allocated from the budget to Telos Works.
Yes, definitely. So every day, I think it's around 10,000 tokens or something, which are being allocated to the WAX worker proposal system. Sorry, Telos worker proposal system. But the the code itself, the smart contracts and everything, the worker proposal concept is currently being adopted in different other EOS.io blockchains as well. So, for instance, in WAX, they actually started using the Telos Works as the underlying layer, and then they built some other additional functionalities on top of that. And now other blockchains like FIO is thinking, and maybe EOS will also use it in the near future.
Yeah, I remember there were some conversations in the EOS to have a proposal system. And Telos is also having like a number of interesting dApps. I wrote about some of them and I tested many of them, and maybe we'll do some interviews. I have some plans to do interview about Seeds and Kudo. But what are your favorite dApps, and what would you recommend, like for the general, like non-Telos audience, just crypto enthusiasts who might be watching this video?
That's a really good question. Telos has many real-world apps today, not specifically focused on crypto ecosystem, but like in general, there are applications like Taikai, which is being used by Microsoft and other big corporations today in doing events and doing hackathons on top of blockchain. People doesn't know, like organizations like Microsoft doesn't really know that they're actually using Telos behind the scenes, but the community also doesn't even know about these things. So these things happen behind the scenes. So
yeah, I also didn't hear about it, but what's the name again?
It's called Taikai Network, Taikai. It has been live for quite some time, and it has more than 10,000 users today. And it's a hackathon platform where community can contribute on different projects. And it was actually used by the Pfizer company, which built the COVID vaccine as well in the United States. So there has been many real-world use cases when it comes to people using the Telos blockchain, whether knowingly or unknowingly. And we at Unbiased, we are also using Telos blockchain as well, and we are building dApps on top of Telos blockchain, but we are mainly focused on the AI industry today.
Yeah, let's speak about Unbiased. What is the project about? Can you tell a little bit more?
Yeah, sure. So Unbiased today is a data platform for AI industry. So we are basically building this transparent and trustworthy layer of AI and big data. So anyone using the Unbiased platform today, like companies, mainly companies and organizations building AI algorithms, so they can use our platform to generate data sets, trustworthy data sets, but also share their data sets with others in the community. And it's kind of like trading data sets in exchange for rewards or whatever it is. But also making the algorithms that are being built more ethical in sense. So today we already have a couple of big clients that we can't officially disclose, but we have some big automotive companies as well working with us. And basically behind the scenes, everything is happening on the Telos blockchain as well.
And you use also Telos, like maybe do you have like Telos token to pay for the data?
Yes. So in terms of the data generation process and everything, so of course today we don't have like a token model, but we are in the process of working on a token model where Telos is also integrated into the platform. But in future, when the marketplace is being launched, once it's launched, people can use the Telos token as well as one of the payment mechanisms if they want to. Yeah, so that's going to be integrated in there.
Yeah, so basically people can be paid for generating data in Telos tokens.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yeah, or even in unbiased tokens as well, if we have some tokens in the future.
Yeah, so you are planning to start to set up?
Yeah, we already have like mobile apps and web applications today, so you can just download Unbiased Workforce app today, and you can start working on some training tasks. And soon we will be adding. So we have been during the last couple of months, we have been working on a lot of improvements in terms of speed and performance. In the next release that is coming out this week, actually, people can start getting paid as well on the tasks. So you can already withdraw money directly to your bank accounts for doing these micro tasks. So say for instance, tasks like identifying a car in an image, or identifying a person in an image, classifying cats and dogs, or going out in the street and collecting local data on the street conditions, or collecting images of birds or whatever it is for building AI algorithms. So that's the purpose of the platform.
Yeah, and basically you already have clients who are like paying for this process.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's great. And I don't know, maybe for regulation issues, can't you pay in Telos right now? Because for such micro tasks, you know, that's what's actually cryptocurrencies in general and Telos are well suited, because like why to pay these commissions, wait long time, and just let's say make a small task and withdraw a Telos. And for me, it looks also a great opportunity, like to bring like new people into the cryptocurrency world, because they would be doing like easy tasks and then maybe setting up a wallet using Telos, using exchanges.
I mean, we can definitely do that. Of course, it's a lot to do with the compliance and regulatory aspects, because when we are working with corporations and big enterprises, we have to be really careful, when we do that. So, but of course, we definitely have those plans down the road. So we just have to take some baby steps first, and then we take the big leap of adding Telos and other mechanisms into the platform.
Yeah, and apart from this using the potential usage of the token, you are also using the Telos blockchain to record the data or store
Yes, so all the activities. So once you log into the platform today, starting from the account creation to actually working on certain tasks, each and every action is being recorded on Telos today. So in the coming weeks and months to follow, this will be more active, because we have been working on adding more functionalities and optimizing the processes in our backend. So once that is done, more people will be actually working on the platform, and more activity you can start seeing on the blockchain as well from our smart contracts.
Yeah, apart from Unbiased, do you have some other entrepreneurial activities or some other projects?
Yeah, definitely. So we actually brought in another project as well to the ecosystem, to the Telos ecosystem. Mainly, it's called Zeptagram, which is an NFT platform focused on the music industry. So today it's already live. It's been live for more than 1 year now. So you can download Zeptagram app or go to zeptagram.com today, and you can invest in music rights. So there are multiple artists listing their songs. A couple of Telos community artists as well listing their intellectual property like music rights on the platform. So you can invest in music NFTs basically. And now there are in works of building a much more sophisticated NFT platform as well. So yeah, soon you will be hearing more information about it.
Yeah, speaking about NFTs, there is also Area X platform.
Oh yeah,
it's NFT, and it's great that it's like super easy for everyone just to create NFT basing
yeah.
like the photo, and very cheap because well,
Yes.
people know what are the prices on the Ethereum right now for transactions, and well, it might be worthwhile for the people who are already selling NFT and have some income. They can use like Ethereum.
Yeah.
But for the broader audience, kind of Ethereum DeFi is like not so accessible.
Yeah,
And
it's slow, and it's also a lot of fees. I mean, like I have been trying to do this transaction now, but my Ethereum got stuck in some wallet, and now I can't transfer them out. And it's just, and if I want to transfer, then I have to pay again the fees and everything. It's just crazy, too much fees. Yeah, it's not worth it.
yeah, and what about Tulip Plan and Telos coming to Uniswap? So now Telos is on Uniswap. Did you use it, and what's your impression?
Yeah, I mean, see, you can already see the traction that it's receiving. So there was, I think it was last week, there was almost 1.3 million total liquidity which was logged into the pools. So which was quite good. We never had that kind of numbers in the Telos ecosystem before. So definitely, there's a lot more to do in terms of the executing the Tulip plan, in terms of bringing more liquidity, exchanges, and all kinds of stuff. There is of course a lot of work to do, but yes, so there are people working behind the scenes to bring more partnerships or bring more liquidity to the ecosystem, do much more marketing. Yeah, so a lot more is going to happen in the coming weeks to follow. And I think yesterday's quarterly announcements from Douglas, it was super great. I think you might have seen D-Store, and it was super cool as well. And there are many other applications that are being worked upon as well in the coming EVM, for instance.
Yes, and any other applications which you would recommend?
Definitely check out T-Swaps. For instance, it was super easy. I tried it out. It was super easy to just convert between tokens from Telos to BTC or BTC to Telos or Ethereum. Or now we have 5 different pairs: USDC, USDT, PNT, and there are more coming in the coming weeks to follow. So definitely check it out. And also Area X, Zeptagram. So definitely check these out. And also like Taikai. I mean, you can participate if you're a developer or some kind of, if you want to participate in hackathons, you can just go and participate in the hackathons using Taikai platform. Yeah, so there is a lot of things that you can do. It's just that you just need to take that first step to do those.
Yeah, great. Thanks. It was great to speak with you. So see you again somewhere in future.
Yeah, sounds good. Take care.
Great.